Adrian, the word they're using here tonight is revolution. Here's the scene. The massive, loud but peaceful crowd. If you pan the camera to the left, you'll see the police line just past these signs, and then about a half a block further to the left is the White House. Inside the White House, President Trump increasingly facing escalating condemnation.
Just blocks from the White House again today, fury.
Stop killing black people!
Targeting not just America's deep racial divisions, but as well, specifically, the occupant of the White House just down the street.
Trump don't care about us, period. All he think about is himself. He's been against all of us ever since he's been the president.
People are fed up. We're done. We want to ask this ridiculous administration to speak up and to support black people for what they deserve.
On Capitol Hill, another protest, equally forcefully held in silence. Though the quiet was broken by cheers for support from the other side. First one officer and then another. And significantly, 2 days after Donald Trump threatened to put down the protests by calling in the American military to target American citizens on American soil, today a stunning rejection from Trump's own Secretary of Defense.
The option to use active duty forces in a law enforcement role should only be used as a matter of last resort and only in the most urgent and dire of situations. We are not in one of those situations now. I do not support invoking the Insurrection Act.
On Monday night, as CBC News watched, Mark Esper met with some of those who'd been protecting the White House. That visit by Esper came just after he'd been with Trump at that church, where protesters had just been forcibly cleared from the area to make room for the president. Esper today acknowledged it was just a photo op. And as for Trump's threat to soon use U.S. troops, he said they should instead be used to protect the rights of Americans to assemble. And tonight, more support for demonstrators, this time from former President Barack Obama.
I want you to know that you matter. I want you to know that your lives matter.
In a live-streamed discussion on racial injustices, Obama suggested the demonstrations are having an effect, highlighting the country's deep challenges. Recent days have been difficult and scary, he said, but because of those protests,
they've also been an incredible opportunity for people to be awakened to some of these underlying trends. And they offer an opportunity for us to all work together to tackle them, to take them on, to change America.
And besides all that, Adrian, besides the message from this giant crowd outside the White House, a rebuke tonight, an extraordinary rebuke from Donald Trump's former Defense Secretary, James Mattis. I'm going to read it to you. He wrote tonight, Donald Trump is the first president in my lifetime who does not try to unite the American people, who doesn't even pretend to try. He says, quote, we're witnessing the consequence of 3 years without mature leadership. And James Mattis then likens Trump's actions lately, Adrian, to those of Nazi Germany. It's remarkable.
Extraordinary. Paul, thank you very much.